Hello, 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 viewers! We are back yet again. What was that? Oh, great. We're back again with more Fallout. Yippee!
Hey. What's up, boss?
Gage.
Hey. Need something? You got something for me, boss?
Have any gear I can buy off you?
Yeah, boss. Here's everything I got.
I forgot I had that. One of my lowest fusion cores. I have so many of them I can sell them when they get low.
I'm gonna trust you know what you're doing. Wasting space on that.
Of course I know what I'm doing, Gage. What I always do. Ignore that.
Stop right there.
Ah, these guys don't got legs. Stay like that. Alright, nuclear kings are not very strong against electricity rounds. Oh, got him!
Whoa, Krabby.
To make sure that we go with kings.
Whoa.
They wouldn't let me run! The hell, dude? Oh, I said I was gonna complete it this episode, but I might not. Error, Sonic is hacking your computer. What the fucking escape button is just what the fuck? I have a name for our new Death Claw, by the way. Hater Todd. Kidding. Me. Nowhere. You see, you exist, but you don't. You exist, but at the same time you don't exist. How does that work? You're just gonna keep doing. Oh, it's a giddy giddy.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
That's crazy. I'll be right back. I return. Alright, power armor. That's what I was doing.
It really uses
Our little
it.
sanctuary.
This catered pod. Best power armor in the game, right here. The movement mechanic's a little worse, but I can put up with that. Aye. Okay, that was a pretty dark twist to that comic. Oh, I'm already here. It's time to show them that I mean business this time. Okay, he's crippled. My energy damage is enhanced.
Finders keepers, am I right?
This is a boss fight. Gage has the right idea of running. Should have known that since there was a body of water here, there'd be a nucleus in there. I was hoping it wouldn't be a queen. Get up. We got a Weeper to kill. Me and my friends call queens Weepers because they look like they're crying. Stop sneezing on me. Thing. Any last words before I execute you for your crimes?
Whoa, crap.
Oh, I was trying to get a little extra experience. No, you may not have a final mail. Okay, how the hell? This guy. That's what's going on. Guys use quantum Nuka-Colas as stim packs. My leg is not a chew toy. Took Nuka World by storm. I looked up.
Nuka world is ours. All of it.
I was just doing what I do best.
Hey, if I didn't think you had it in you, I wouldn't have put my neck on the line. But still, you've just got to understand, we ain't ever been on ground this solid before. Now that we're here, let's keep this party going. I'm thinking it's time we set our sights on the Commonwealth.
How about you let me decide what we're doing next?
Of course, it's your call. I'm just trying to offer some advice here. Taking back Nuka World is a big friggin' deal, no question. But it can't be the end of things. Needs to be a beginning. These bunch of savages need a goal, something to focus on. If they ain't got it, they'll wind up turning on each other. In an operation this big, we're gonna need more of, well, everything. Nobody's gonna hand it to us. We need to take it. Commonwealth has a ton of shitty little settlements that could be put to better use. Don't you think?
He's got a good point.
Sounds like you've had this plan from the beginning.
The ideas crossed my mind, sure. But I'm just making suggestions here. You're the one that needs to give the go-ahead. We don't gotta rush into this headlong. We take it slow. Be smart about it. If we're aiming to grab a piece of the Commonwealth, it's going to take the right contacts and a lot of muscle. Right? I say we go have ourselves a chat with Shank. He's the point man for everything entering and leaving Nuka World. He floated this idea before. Been itching to talk to you ever since you took over. So I bet he's got a good idea of where to start. He's in charge of the caravan, so odds are you can find him somewhere near the marketplace.
If you're vouching for this Shank guy, that sounds good enough to me.
Yeah, sure. How else do you think he ended up at the top of my Christmas list? Just head over and talk to the guy. He'll back up what I'm saying about the Commonwealth. And while you're doing that, I've already got the gangs working on getting Nuka World's power plant up and running. It's about time we shed some real light around here and let people know we mean serious business. Oh, and if you need my advice and you want me to keep tagging along, you've got it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not doing anything with the settlements anyways. I might as well do something else with them. I ain't gonna help the Minutemen. How many freaking settlement quests? I wanted only Sanctuary, and that was it. I had already helped the Minutemen enough to do that. What if you join the Brotherhood before you encounter the Minutemen? I'll go talk to Dara after this, probably murder her. Like this, nothing can hide in the dark either because it's just immediately highlighted in red. No, I gotta go to the bottling plant anyway, so that's fine. Imagine if you found spiders and they just laughed like Seth Rogen.
Hard to believe that river's still glowing after all these years. And that people are willing to drink that shit.
Sure, I'm here to trade, but I'm not letting my guard down for a second.
That's crazy.
Well, look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you and Nuka World's favorite Cyclops are standing here, well, I suppose he expects you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long did it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
Hey now, no convincing, just a friendly conversation between like-minded individuals.
Whoa there. I haven't decided yet.
Well, then let me help you make up your mind. Because it's a damn good idea. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
If I'm gonna do this, I don't want to hurt people.
No fun in that. But look, you're the overboss. You decide you want to sweet-talk the poor sods we're gonna be dealing with instead of filling them full of lead? That's up to you. But I can't change the fact that you're gonna have to run some people out of their homes so we can give them to the gangs. No one said being boss was gonna be easy. Now, you just say if this is something you're ready to move on.
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave, or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land, or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
You'd rather tear him up.
Get a gang together. Those settlers are as good as dead.
Stick with the classics. Now, once you and the crew have cleaned the place out, those lucky girls and boys will move in and start working the place. Of course, Every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang you want to join you on the job?
The operators.
Got it. I'm sure they'll appreciate you thinking of them.
I bet you they can manage to keep looking bored through the whole thing.
That just leaves the target. Now, for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again, make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
I'm ready.
Good. So, where you want to do this? Let me... Wait, pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
Actually, I changed my mind.
Sure. You want to give me another target?
Let's do a different target.
You got it. So, let me... Believe that spot's one of yours, boss. Still want to proceed?
That one's the target.
Of course, boss. So, these sorts of jobs are pretty straightforward. Move in, kill everything in sight. Be a couple of our guys waiting for you when you arrive. Help you clean the place out. Now, you're not gonna be able to take a direct route to the place. Fast way to get yourself killed. So you'll have to meet our folks outside town. Wouldn't be surprised if some Minutemen showed up to lend a hand. Wish I could see their faces when they see who they're going up against.
They don't notice.
Now, if you're looking for something to give you an extra edge, might be worth checking in with some of the gang bosses.
I intend to.
Probably got some trick or two up their sleeves. The crew that's joining you is just gonna have standard kits though. If you want to arm them up differently, I'd take along some extra gear. Knock 'em dead, boss.
Oh, hey, boss. I didn't see you there.
Hey, just wanted to say, no hard feelings. All right?
It's okay, I get it.
Thank God. If it's any consolation, I'm glad you made it. I lost my real family when Coulter and his gangs took this place from us. Now, these traitors are all I have left. They're my family now. Every time Coulter sent me out to lure people into the gauntlet, I didn't have a choice. I had to do it, or he'd kill someone I cared about. I'm just sorry you had to get caught up in all this.
It's all right, Harvey. I understand.
Good to hear, boss. Never figured I'd find myself in this situation before. I thought for sure I'd be a goner. Well, better get back to it.
Sure could use a drink. Gotta be some liquor around here somewhere.
Was a bet gonna see who could down a mutie from the longest distance.
Hey there.
Boss,
made a whole mess
think
of
you might
chaps
be
that week.
interested in taking on a task for us?
I think I'm gonna pass on that.
Very well. Only thought you might value an opportunity to display your support.
Free and in charge today. Tomorrow, somebody's slave. Ain't life something?
Mags, William, and Lizzie. All you have to do is hear them speak to know they weren't born into this.
So I completed the Nuka World DLC in like 11, 12 episodes
They
ish.
normally have me frisk visitors, but you get special treatment.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's a poor decision not to make sure I don't have weapons. Because I could just feel like shooting someone at any time. Timothy.
Hey there.
Went and looked the place over, boss. Seems they brought in some muscle. Just means more fun to go around.
Yeah.
Time for us to move in?
Let's get this show on the road.
Hell yes.
Minuteman, huh? Not one of mine. Not one of mine.
Cleaned house, boss. Time we put our mark on this joint.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I can build a bus. Raider flags. Operators. He just.
Hey,
Yeah. I'm thinking this place will do. At least once we get some supplies coming in. You ought to head on back, boss. Let them know how it went.
Awesome.
Well, well. Word going around is there's some new raider boss tearing up the Commonwealth. Not too shabby.
It's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them
I'll talk
yourself,
to them.
or you and a crew.
Why stop at kneecaps?
let me talk to them. I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure.
I don't have ammo. Sorry,
Which
Gabe.
crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
The disciples.
Sounds like a plan. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself, the slog might be a good choice to hit. So,
I'm not hitting Sanctuary.
was that? Alright, that one will work. So, to get these settlers to
Sanctuary's my
provisions,
home.
you can try convince Lizzie Wyeth with the operators ought to have some tools you can use to make things easier. And if none of that works, well, I suppose you could always try paying one of them to convince the rest. And it's worth remembering, the more populated or heavily defended a place is, plenty of ways.
Alright, let's go talk to these people.
Someone's coming. You ain't standing out.
Gotta chase.
Hey,
Boss, let's check. Shank says you might need our help vacating the squatters living in our new digs. And ain't it just your lucky day? Wait till you see what I got. Found some toys a couple operators left on their
Predator
quarters.
grenade.
Not sure how they got themselves dead like that. I took them apart and made a little something different out of the parts. It was just gonna be a toy like this, but it's more useful than that. Beasts find these things irresistible. Toss them on the ground and anything nearby will come running, ripping anything in half. But you're gonna want to be a safe distance away, because, well, things we do. Oh, don't want to end up becoming a snack yourself. Oh, and here, take this paper. We'll show you how to make more. Don't look so surprised. We ain't all knuckle draggers.
It's impressive, Mason.
Ha, ain't it though? Don't forget where you got those. And when you're putting that to good use claiming new haunts, don't forget us. All right?
Ignore the peacocking the other day were doing.
Life's too short for bullshit. You gotta party like it's your last day. Every day.
That's my actual mindset. Even though I know for a fact it's not that easy. Wish it was.
You got some kind of death wish? Oh, it's you.
What was that? Was that a threat? Was that a fucking attempt at a threat? You sorry waste of oxygen.
Respect around here. You gotta earn it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hell. The quartz fucking sucks though. Checking it anyways.
No need to worry, boss. We've got your back.
Hey,
Overboss, a pleasure. Shank said you might need some tools to ease relations with the people of the Commonwealth. Well, you've come to the right place. I've put together a couple of toys that should make getting what you want out of those rubes easier. Only thing we ask in return is that you remember the operators when you're handing out new territory on the other side of the mountains.
don't worry. Your gang will be taken care of.
Wonderful. So, first up, something to manipulate a target. It's a homemade distillation brewed to mimic human flight pheromones. Toss one of these grenades at the feet of your target, and convincing the wary settler suddenly becomes a much simpler affair. Now, to function effectively, I had to make the formula precise. So it's not going to work on people in any of the big towns like Bunker Hill or Diamond City, nor on caravanners. But for your purposes, hitting settlements out in the Commonwealth, it ought to give you a serious edge.
Take any advantage I can get.
Well, this should give you one. Here. Only had enough to make the one locally. But you can take the recipe as well, should you find yourself wanting more. So, the other trick up our sleeve is a little more broad spectrum than the grenades. Gulp down a couple lungfuls, and anyone you speak to will be far more apt to give you what you want. Plus, I've winnowed down the addiction risk to near zero, so no need to fear repeat usage. Here. Ingredients for that one have been tricky to find, but between that and the grenade, you should have no problem getting at least one settlement under your control before you have to brew up your own. And just remember us when you're crushing those poor settlers underfoot,
Bye, Dave. No, Optimus wouldn't be doing this. A fucking Megatron. Now I need to do a completely evil version. Evil run through.
over, boss? Making trouble?
Yeah, I intend to continue making trouble.
Wait a minute now. I'm gonna spot that thing.
Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, you had to turn up.
What was that? Just because I didn't give you guys 2 areas doesn't mean anything.
You're lucky Nisha's in charge. If it were up to me, you'd be dead.
I gave you an area. Shut up.
Gage must have pulled a few strings.
I shall return! Okie dokie, let's go. She's up top. Oh no, I gotta find the stairs. Oh, they're back here.
You really should rethink where you stand. Unless you're a fan of watching your back.
I never realized how much you enjoyed.
Peanut!
Hey, Dixie.
And I can't wait to see you burn.
Hey, boss. Was wondering when you were gonna come see me. Heard you're collecting toys to help you mark us out some new stomping grounds. Well, ours is, without a doubt, the finest little piece of hardware you've ever laid your eyes on. Sure, she may be based off some shitty operator tech, but a little Dixie love and some fine tweaking go a long way. Let's just say, them fever blossoms ain't no joke. Mix them with just the right ingredients, makes people madder than a hornet's nest. Perfect for convincing any meddlesome settlers to rip each other apart.
Oh, so it's like an instant play date.
I like how you think, boss. Only wish I could watch the show myself.
In a lot of instances, poor life choices will get you killed.
The same day that the bombs fell. So nobody got to taste it.
What the fuck was that? Can I help you?
Oh, got company.
So that's it, huh?
I hate how Sanctuary. Oh no. Unfortunately, I have to rewind my saves because going here killed the guy I had to talk to. Hoping to get this done this episode. Unfortunately, I don't have an editor. I can't edit my videos.
Looks like we got ourselves a good, safe spot.
All right.
You're a fucking Disney princess. Well, that's gonna be all for this episode.